This year, the National Football League has become the National Fun League. They put the refrigerator in the backfield in Chicago. Here in New England, they have the house.
And everybody knows that all refrigerators have to eventually be defrosted. This play was probably the most gutty play that the Pats have used all year long. I think it virtually turned their season around as you see the touchdown pass to Greg Hawthorne.
And this is Steve Moore, number 67, the house, 6'4". Now says he weighs 295 pounds. It's becoming the in thing to go for that 300 mark.
He told Coach Berry that he wants to carry the ball or catch a touchdown pass today.
New England won the toss. They will be receiving. Stephen Starring is the deep back on the return with Hawthorne and Jones off on the wings. And Raul Alegre will be kicking off for the Indianapolis Colts. The Sun playing a little hide-and-seek with us today. Right now, as you can tell from the shadows, it is out at Sullivan Stadium. High but short, and taken to the 2-yard line by Starring. Starring to the 15, and returns right at the 20-yard line, where Tate Randall makes the tackle. A return of some 18 yards, and the New England offense will go to work. Let's take a look at that offense. Steve Grogan, the quarterback, with Tony Collins, Craig James, the 2 running backs. The wide receivers, Stanley Morgan and Irving Fryer. The tight end is Lynn Dawson. This, of course, being the normal set, that offensive line of Holloway, Hannah, Morris, Wooten, and the house, Steve Moore. Set it at the New England 20-yard line, first down. Tony Collins and Craig James are the 2 running backs. And James gets the call and pops it for 6 yards. He goes to the 20 to the 26, where Cliff Odom makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Let's look at the defense of the Indianapolis Colts. It's been a very good defense for them. Donnell Thompson, Brad White, and Chris Scott. The basic 3-4 is what we'll look at. Johnny Cooks, Cliff Odom, Barry Krause, number 1 draft choice, Dwayne Bickett, the rookie, number 50 from the University of Southern California. Defensive backs, Preston Davis and Eugene Daniel on the corners, Nesby Glasgow and Anthony Young at the safety. 2nd down and 4. And here's James. This time he is met at the 25-yard line, so he will lose 1 on the play as Johnny Cooks and Cliff Odom are there. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Very windy down on the field, Sam. Warm in the 60s. It's going to drop as the afternoon goes on. But there is a lot of wind, and in the first period, New England, as you can tell from the flag, New England is going into that wind.
And we have 2 of the best punters, a matchup today in the National Football League, and it'll be a factor as we go along and play the game of field position.
3rd down and 5, 3 wide receivers in for the Patriots. Here's Grogan from the shotgun. As time throws a sliding reception, and now they're going to rule it incomplete. Thought he had it at the 31. It was Starring. Eugene Daniel was there for the Colts. It'll be 4th down and 5, and the Patriots will be kicking.
It was a good call. We see Grogan in the shotgun. Watch it bounce. We don't get a good look at it, but 81 Starring, I think, trapped the ball. It bounced before it came into his hands.
Here's a look at number 88, Robbie Martin. Martin has a problem with that right elbow. And he's had some infections. It is busted open. He's had it sewn up. And here's Rich Camarillo. Not that good a kick for Rich. You expect a great one every time out. Taken by Martin at the 43. He returns it to the 50. And into Patriot territory near the 47-yard line. Mosi Tatupu was there for New England. Let's look at that offense of the Colts, with Mike Pagel at quarterback, and he has a pair of really outstanding running backs with Wansley and McMillan. Butler and Capers, the wide receivers. Pat Beach is the tight end. A very good offensive line. Hinton, Nutt, Donaldson, Schultz, and Balderschweiler. Indianapolis at the New England 47-yard line, first down. For the Colts, their first offensive play from scrimmage. And the give is to McMillan. And he has 3 yards to the 44. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as Blackman and McGrew are there for the defense. Let's look at that defense with Ken Sims, who's really coming into his own. Dennis Owens and Julius Adams, who will be retiring after the end of the season. Andre Tippett, boy, they don't come any better than that. Rimbert and McGrew are the two inside linebackers. I'll tell you the story on Steve Nelson. Don Blackman is the other one. Lippett, Claiborne, James, and Marion, the secondary. Second down and 7. No score, ball game just underway. 12:45, time remaining in the first quarter. Quick screen to Wayne Capers, and flags are everywhere. Ronnie Lippett was there for New England.
Chris Hinton tackled number 42, Ronnie Lippett. It was a quick screen, and he didn't give the runner a chance to run the football.
Preliminary holding against the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay. Illegal block above the waist from behind. Number 75 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
It's a play-action pass. He's throwing quickly out to the receiver. 75 is a key block. Actually, Wayne Capers should have waited for 75 to knock the corner outside, and the key is for him to run up inside. And so the coordination there between the receiver and 75, Chris Hinton, was not right.
And so the play goes back now to the Indianapolis 48-yard line. With his second down and 14. He just barely gets it off as Blackman was coming. Wansley was the hot receiver just trying to dump it off. And Pago very slowly getting up. It'll be third down and 14.
Third down and 14 from Colts 48.
Pago's dropping straight back. You have to watch both those outside linebackers. Right in the middle of the screen, 55, Don Blackman, they're playmakers. They tackle, they have interceptions, they cause safeties, they knock down passes. They're going to have to deal with both those linebackers of the Pats today.
Third down and 14, a tough third down conversion for the Colts. They made 40% of their third downs this year from the shotgun. They go deep over the middle and way overthrown Ray Butler. So it'll be fourth down. Anticipating the punt, Irving Fryer dropping back for the New England Patriots. And Ron Stark, the number one kicker in the National Football League with a 46.6-yard average, will be kicking to Fryer. And it goes into the end zone for the touchback. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. A kick of 52 yards. 11:58 left to go first quarter. We have no score. New England with the ball at their own 20-yard line. Second time that the Patriots have been on offense. Rob Dower, the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts had an excellent opportunity. They had the ball inside the Patriots' 50-yard line. And as we said on top, they're going to have to run the ball. And they can't give up those opportunities that they had in good field position.
Kansas City out in front of Pittsburgh by a score of 7-0. Cherry with a 47-yard interception in that ball game. And here's Tony Collins. He gets his first call and picks up 3 yards on the play. From the 20 to the 23, second down and 7. Cliff Odom, the leading tackler for the Colts, is the man who brought him down.
They're going to run the ball to their left side. John Hanna and Brian Holloway. You can see right now, Holloway and Hanna, 2 hits. They cause movement, and the back gets 4 or 5 yards. Those two are probably the best tandem in the league.
And here's Grogan to throw. Pass is complete to Stanley Morgan. Morgan has a first down at the 31-yard line, a gain of 9 on the play. Barry Krause had the coverage. They'll call it the 32-yard line. No score, 11:05. Time remaining. We're in the first quarter. Sullivan Stadium. The New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. Play action fake, quick screen to the outside. Here's Pryor. And back-to-back first downs for the New England Patriots. A gain of 12 yards on the play. Dwayne Pickett with the stop.
Brian Holloway would be the leading blocker on this quick screen. And when you have those great outside receivers, watch 76 now. He's outside. He has to block the corner. Receiver. Morgan steps up inside, gets a good speed, and picks up another first down.
Now, Steve Grogan, playing the last 4 ball games, but missing, 18 games prior to that. And has come back as a better quarterback than when he went away.
I think the self-evaluation and self-assessment has really helped. He is a lot more patient now, Charlie.
Tony Collins, the ball carrier. Cliff Odom with the tackle.
When they get close to the 50-yard line, that's when I would look for Grogan to take a look at trying to go for the bomb downfield, either Pryor or Stanley Morgan, and they're close now.
2nd down and 9. Now, the reason that Grogan was out is the fact that Eason factory just beat him out.
And he sat patiently for 18 games and didn't take a snap, and they've won 4 in a row.
He back in when Tony was hurt and has had the hot hand ever since. Craig James, it is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 9 at the 45-yard line for the Patriots in their own territory.
You can't miss those plays, Charlie. He had Craig James isolated on number 50, Dwayne Pickett, and a one-on-one, he'd have caught that football, and they'd had a first down and might have crossed the 40-yard line of the Colts.
The Rams out in front of the Giants in the first quarter by a score of 7-0. Eric Dickerson scoring for Los Angeles from a yard away. 3rd down and 9. No score here at Sullivan Stadium. Far side, it is James, but it's an inside move. Crosses the 50 to the 49-yard line of Indianapolis. He'll pick up 6, so it'll be 4th down and 3. Eugene Daniel with the tackle. And that means that Rich Camarillo will come in to kick it away, and Rob Martin will come in for the return. Here is Martin. The last kick by Camarillo was only 32 yards, and that, of course, is into the wind. And that wind is really a rough wind. The elbow problem that we talked about, the right elbow of Robbie Martin, he has pads on both of them, of course, playing on the artificial turf. Here's the kick. This is a better one. Taken at the 10-yard line and cut down at the 12. Excellent coverage by the special teams. Jim Bowman was down for the Patriots. We've got no score, a 39-yard kick. Back in a moment. Behind the glass panels, that is the office of head coach Raymond Berry, and in his office watching the telecast is Steve Nelson, who was injured, kind of a freak injury this week. We'll tell you about it. Here come the Colts, first down from their own 12-yard line, no score in the ballgame. Quick pass is complete to George Wansley. Wansley has it at the 18-yard line, so he'll pick up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Andre Tippett and Roland James were there very quickly for the defense, but the Colts need a little working room.
Right now, they need to knock out a couple of first downs, because if they don't, they're going to have an exchange, and the Patriots will have the ball on the 50-yard line, and that's going to cause them problems with the field goal and, of course, the possibility of a touchdown. They've got to get a couple of first downs in this drive.
2nd down and 4. Is met by Johnny Rimber.
John Hanna been here since 1973, and he should know, because he watches the defense all the time, and we couldn't agree with him more. I think this is one of the reasons the Pats are so stable this year. The defense is keeping them in every game, and very frankly, they're making plays happen also.
3rd down and 4. No gain on the last play. The ball still at the 18-yard line. You look for Pagel to throw, and you look for the blitz. Pressure comes from the outside. He gets it off, but it is incomplete. Don Blackman was blitzing again. It'll be 4th down and 4. Now, while we set up for the kick, we mentioned Steve Nelson with the eye injury. He was in practice this week, was hit in the eye with a football. They were running a drill, did not have his helmet on.
They were involved in a drill. He didn't have his helmet on, and Andre Tippett threw him the ball. Steve obviously didn't see it, and he got hit in the eye, and he was in the hospital, and he was not supposed to be here today.
The report that we had is that he would be in the hospital for about 5 days, but we have to, of course, this game is not sold out, so it was blacked out locally, so he has come out to the coach's office so he can watch the game. Here's Fryer on the return. Heads towards the near side. Coasts a bit. Can't make it around the corner. Returns to the 37-yard line. 7.5 minutes left to go first quarter. We've got a timeout and no score. Your team does play here on NBC. And right now the two teams that are playing, the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. And there's Raymond Berry. He's quite a riverboat gambler as a coach. He likes to have something strange and go for it and go against the odds.
That call last week had to come in from Las Vegas.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Here's New England at their own 37-yard line, first down. Of course, what he's talking about is when he rushed Steve Moore, the house, into the backfield. And then he ran the flea flicker. Collins spins his way to the 50-yard line. Gain of 13. First down. Johnny Cook makes the play for the Colts defense.
First down, Patriots.
They're going to continue to run to that left side. Brian Holloway and John Hanna. You can see Holloway 76. He stands him up, moves him right to the outside. Number 95, Chris Scott. Keep running the ball to your left, Steve.
Here's Craig James. Donnell Thompson, Brad White for the Colts. Let's check the scoreboard. Pittsburgh and Kansas City now tied 7 apiece. Stallworth scoring the touchdown for the Steelers. Receiving the pass. New Orleans 3, Seattle nothing. Anderson a 20-yard field goal. And Buffalo leading Houston 3-0. Norwood with a 24-yard field goal. Here we have no score. And the pass is incomplete. To Stanley Morgan. Eugene Daniel had the coverage for the Colts. So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Let's go back. We have another score just in. Tampa Bay 7 and St. Louis nothing. A 47-yard field goal. Tampa Bay, of course, they have a tendency to lead early in the game, but then they fade.
They've been doing that for 9 weeks.
That's right.
If they could take the 4th quarter out of the game, they might be 7-2.
Grogan has completed 3 of 6 for 27 yards. 3rd down. From the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. He'll never make it. He gets to the 46. So it'll be 4th down and 6 as Scott Burkus makes the stop, and Rich Camarillo will come in to kick one more time.
Both quarterbacks look a little tentative. The Colts are taking away the outside receivers, and you can see right now there's nobody to throw the ball to, and Grogan's going to put it down and go down. And both quarterbacks, Charlie, look to me right now like they're a little tentative, and they're not hitting those open receivers.
Camarillo kicking to Robbie Martin. Hang this one inside of the 20. It's going to take a bounce outside of the 20, but be down at that point by Mosi Tatupu. So the Colts have the ball after that 26-yard kick. We have no score. Sam, last week Indianapolis made a change at quarterback. It's early here, but can we see 2 quarterbacks for the Colts today?
Well, I think so. I watched the quarterback's feet, and Mike Pagel looks a little tentative. And if you watch his feet, they're very, very nervous. He's getting rid of the ball much too quick and is not seeing the defense in slow motion.
Well, if I had blitzing linebackers coming at me, I think that I might have quick feet also.
Well, Blackman and Tippett will do that to you.
Yes, yes. The expression hearing footsteps, and on artificial turf, you can hear footsteps more loudly than you can hear on grass.
That's right. I was fine, Charlie. I had slow feet but quick shoulders.
And that is Matt Kofer on the sideline from San Diego State in his 4th year. So the quarterback situation at Indianapolis has not been decided.
Right now, I would say, as a football team, that's Rod Dowhower's biggest problem, because Art Schlichter started in the first game against Pittsburgh.
And Dowhower said it would take, what, a catastrophe. Well, they had it about the 5th game because Schlichter's no longer there and Pagel's the quarterback.
And Schlichter considered it a catastrophe.
From the 23-yard line, first down. And here is Wansley to the 27-yard line. Don Blackman makes the tackle along with Fred Merriam. Here's an update from Bob Costas.
Charlie, at Kansas City, the Steelers have tied the Chiefs at 7 on this 13-yarder from David Woodley to John Stallworth. Earlier, Deron Cherry of the Chiefs, who leads the NFL with 6 interceptions, picked one off and brought it back 47 yards for the game's opening TD. So it's 7-7. Back to Charlie and Sam.
Thank you, Bob. A tie here also. It's 0-0. Second down and 6. The ball at the 27-yard line. We've got 4 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Pagel spins to the 26-yard line as he got caught in a crowd. Andre Tippett was there. He ends up losing a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Let's watch Pagel's feet. He drops straight back now. He's looking upfield. Now he pulls the ball down, and he's an inherent scrambler. When he was with Frank Kush, they ran the ball a great deal. And what he's doing right now, he's not seeing the defense, and he's not waiting. He's got to step up in the pocket and be more patient.
And that goes down as a sack for Andre Tippett. That's the first in the ball game. 3rd down and 7. Pagel has protection, but overthrows at the right side George Wansley. And it'll be 4th down and 7 at the 26-yard line. So New England, although they haven't scored in the ballgame, have kept the Colts pinned at their end of the field.
I think Pagel is really helping that cause. George Wansley was wide open and definitely would have had a first down. They've got to be careful now as they play this game of exchanging, because New England's going to blow this thing wide open.
Ron Stark will be kicking with the wind, the leading punter in the National Football League. Irving Fryer set for the return. He is second in punt returns in the AFC. He gives him a lot of yardage, too. Not that good a kick. Will be taken by one of the upbacks, and that is Roland James. And James returns it to the 42-yard line. Orlando Lowry of the Colts makes the tackle. A punt of 47 yards with a 13-yard return as New England will go to work with the ball. Don't forget, next Sunday, be sure to join NBC Sports, an exciting football doubleheader. Pittsburgh at Houston, Miami at Indianapolis, Buffalo at Cleveland. Those are the early games. And the late games, Cincinnati at Los Angeles, New England at Seattle, San Diego at Denver, and Kansas City at San Francisco. So your team plays here, kickoff with NBC Sports. New England for their own 42-yard line with no score in the ball game, and here is James. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. His number 1 draft choice, Dwayne Bickett, meets him at the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tony Collins has to make that block on the outside linebacker, Dwayne Pickett, if that play is going to work. And what's happening now, both outside linebackers are blitzing to force the lead backer to make that block in the backfield, and it's hurting the Patriots, because now they have another 2nd down and 10.
Brogan to throw, drops it off to James. James at the line of scrimmage, a little head fake, moves to the 46-yard line, so he'll pick up 4 as the receiver, Preston Davis. Defensive left cornerback is the man who stopped him. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Bodum was also there, leading tackler for the Colts.
Grogan's trying to throw the ball upfield. He looks upfield. He doesn't see anybody. He lays it off to 32 Craig James. Now he gives him a move, breaks to the outside, but this is a very fine pursuing defense on a part of the Colts, and 98 Johnny Cooks made the play.
3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, and the blitz, and he get him. Johnny Cooks, his 2nd sack of the season and the first of the ball game for the Colts.
And that was a big one. He had 11 and a half sacks last year, and he's only had 2 sacks now in 9 games.
2 minutes, 35 seconds. That is the time remaining in the first quarter. And here is the sack that sets up the 7th punt in this period.
And John Hanna looked like he was on the ground, and he missed 98, Johnny Cooks. Big play now because of field position exchange.
Rich Camarillo kicking to Robbie Martin. A loss of 13 on the sack. Not that good a kick, a terrible kick into the wind. Goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Indianapolis. So the Colts with excellent field position for the second time in the ballgame.
The 2 punters was supposed to be, it's supposed to be one of the best matchups, but watch him drop the ball. That's the most important thing. He drops it, and he doesn't really make good contact. It's a 27-yard kick. We have 2 of the best punters in the National Football League, but maybe they didn't hear us.
No, but maybe they know that the other punter's at the other end, and they're trying to do a little one-upmanship, put a little pressure on themselves, and it's not working. The Colts, from their own 47-yard line, first down, no score in the ballgame, 2 minutes, time remaining first quarter. Quick screen right side is complete to Wayne Capers, and Capers goes scooting out of bounds at the 41-yard line of New England, a gain of 12 yards in the first down. Johnny Rembert was the first defender there for the Patriots at the far sideline.
I think it was a good call now to get Pagel started.
Cincinnati 7 and Cleveland nothing. Boomer Esiason to Brooks from 8 yards out. Pittsburgh now in front of Kansas City. They were trailing 7-0. Now they lead by 3. Anderson with a 35-yard field goal, the last score in that ballgame. No score here, first down at the 41-yard line of New England. The Colts trying to get some offense going. Pagel fires, and it is incomplete. Throwing behind the tight end, Pat Beach. So it'll be second down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Andre Tippett was there for the Patriots. Chicago 7 and Detroit nothing. Fuller from a yard out, scoring the touchdown in that ball game. And Jackson from 8 yards out, Ernest Jackson, scoring for Minnesota. They lead Green Bay by a score of 7-0. So that updates the scoring that we have in the National Football League in the early games this afternoon. The Colts now going with 2 tight ends. Second down and 10 at the New England 41-yard line. Randy McMillan, and a yard is it to the 40. Ken Sims and Johnny Rembert, along with Andre Tippett. There's a big threesome for the Patriots. It'll be third down and 9.
Tippett is a defensive end playing linebacker. He folds back to the inside and makes the play on the line of scrimmage with help from 98 Dennis Owens.
1:20 the time remaining in the first quarter, and the clock is moving with no score. The Colts now with 3 wide receivers. The Colts have gained a total of 26 yards total offense first quarter. Pass is complete and be close to the first down. Oliver Williams pulled it in. Close to 9 yards, which is what they need. Let's see where they mark the ball.
It's going to be very tight and may come to the gutty call right now.
And the Colts in a position at about the 31 or the 32-yard line of New England that they may go ahead and on fourth down go for it if they don't have it.
Maybe they'll come in with a refrigerator, run a play-action pass, and throw a touchdown.
Well, we've got the refrigerator in Chicago. We got the house at New England. Maybe the Colts will come out with a garage.
2-car garage.
2-car garage. Why not? With Indy cars, of course. Here we go. And so we'll have the measurement from the far side. We milked that one to death, I think. That's about all we can do without.
It's going to be less than the length of a football.
Go for it. You're the underdog by 9.5 points, which is the largest spread on the board this week, so I would gamble. Sure, wouldn't you?
No question about it. With the win factors being what they are right now, less than a football to go. They've got Wansley, they've got McMillian, they got a 4.5 average. Go for it and get the first down. And they're going for it.
Now, Kevin Call, number 71, was talking to the official. Does that mean at 6'7", 283 pounds, he's going to be in the backfield?
No.
No, it doesn't. You're right. Well, the thought, though. First down. Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, a gain of 7. George Wansley. Fred Marion with the tackle, and he had a hole to run through.
And it's the left side. Chris Hinton, number 75. It's from the I formation. Now watch Wansley. He has a tremendous center of gravity. He leaps through the hole, and he wanted the first down so badly that he kept his eyes focused. He could have broke that thing to the outside, and it might have gone for a touchdown.
The gun sounds. That is the end of the first quarter. We have no score between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. We'll be back with a second period of action in just a moment. Nesby Glasgow, taken in the 8th round of the draft back in 1979, played his collegiate ball for the Huskies, University of Washington. First down, the ball at the New England 24-yard line. First major threat in the ball game by the Indianapolis Colts. This is their furthest penetration into Patriot territory. A little fake with a pitch out and to come back inside on the trap. George Wansley, who is the leading rusher and the leading receiver for the Colts coming into the ball game, goes to the 18-yard line. He has 6. Second down and 4. Johnny Rimbert makes the tackle. Let's look at the statistics in the first quarter.
There's nothing happening in the first quarter, and very frankly, it's the quarterbacks. They have both missed a lot of open receivers, particularly on third down.
And they had a total of 7 punts. That stat will tell you that there wasn't that much action going. No score. Colts now with a pair of tight ends in the ball game. Second down and 4. Flag down on the play. McMillan, the ball carrier. And he'll have 1, maybe 2 yards, but let's see what the marker's about. Don Blackman makes the tackle. Illegal procedure against Indianapolis. Maybe an illegal formation.
Well, I think it was an illegal receiver in motion, which had nothing to do with the play.
And that is only the second flag in the ball game. Gordon McCarter is the referee.
Illegal shift. 2 or more men moving and not resetting for the required 1 second. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
So it'll be second down and 9. They'll place the ball at the 23-yard line.
That's critical. They're a second down and 14 with 2 big, strong backs. You have 2 downs to make 4 yards, and that gives you another first down. Now they're put into the kind of game that they don't want to play today. That's second down and 9, and they have to worry about the pass rush. I would look for a draw play here or some type of deceptive or a screen.
Second down and 9. There it is, a center screen to McMillan. Points out a block and goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and or maybe the 9. He has the first down, a gain of 13 yards. A middle screen right over the center.
And it's what it did was it forced the Pats to rush. The linebackers dropped, and you can see right now screens like Novocaine takes time to take effect. Goes to number 32. There's a void right there, but he makes a heck of a play to avoid the tackle there on 55, Don Blackman, and that's Randy McMillan now looking for the blocker. Butler, come on, Butler, throw the block. Could have had a touchdown instead of a first down.
9-yard line, first down, goal to go. No score in the ball game. Colts threaten to take the lead. Well within field goal range of Raul Alegre, but they want 6. Here's the sack at the 19-yard line, second for the Patriots, and Blackman gets this one.
One of the things that you tell quarterbacks all the time, and we have a flag on the play, is don't take the sack when you're in good position for a chip shot field goal. Throw the ball into a blonde's lap in the mezzanine. We have a play-action pass, which means that they should have the ample protection. Now look upfield, Mike. He's not there. There's 98. Throw the ball away and don't take the sack. It's academic now because there was a holding penalty.
Holding on Ron Schultz, of course, it's refused because the ball would be at about the same spot.
9-yard loss.
The Ball at the 18-yard line, loss of 9. It'll be second down and goal to go.
Now they have to throw the ball in the end zone from the 18, and that's tough because the defense now does not have to cover 10 yards of the end zone, and they can press your offense like an accordion.
Capers wide to this side. Butler is wide to the far side.
Reverse!
Capers.
Flea flicker!
Open in the end zone. It's there! Touchdown! Oh, Pat Beach has it. 18 yards.
We talked about that last night in our meeting. It was a reverse to 87 Capers. He pitched the ball back to Pagel, and 81 was wide open in the end zone. And there's Rod Dow, Raymond Berry. Raymond did the same thing last week to Miami, and I would think that you'd want to work against that all week long. It was a daring do with second down and 18. Boy, that was interesting. We talked about that last night in our production meeting. I think we gave them a play, Charlie.
A 53-yard drive in 9 plays. The touchdown pass covering 18 yards for Pagel, his 8th touchdown pass of the year, is the extra point attempt. It is no good, off to the left. Raul Alegre misses to the left. So the score remains 6-0. This is the 3rd straight game for the Patriots that their opponents have scored first. And Raul Alegre kicks off to Stephen Starring in the end zone. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, but as the Patriots offense sets up, Sam, let's go back to that touchdown.
Where it's handed off to Wansley, 34. He gives it back to Capers, 87. Pitches it to Pagel. Pat Beach is wide open, 81 in the end zone, and that takes courage. You got to do it at the right time, and it's a big play, and that's what the Colts need to do today. They have nothing to lose. They're 3-6, and they're gambling, and they know they don't have a chance maybe to get into the playoffs, and the Patriots do.
And in addition, Ray Butler was also open in the end zone. You saw him right at the edge of the screen. Here's Grogan throwing low, and the pass is incomplete to Tony Collins. So it'll be second down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Barry Krause had the coverage for the Colts. Colts lead 6-0, and Raul Alegre missing the extra point attempt to the left.
You mean that there was another receiver open, Charlie?
Yes.
Then they should run that reverse with 2 footballs. They'll get 14 points. They need that to win today.
Only 12.
12, okay. The extra point kicker is putting the thrill back into the extra point for the Colts.
Second down and 10. Patriots at their own 20-yard line. 13 minutes and 1 second. That is the time remaining in the second quarter. Grogan lofting the deep pass, and is instantly just off of the fingertips of Stanley Morgan, who has to do a hop, skip, and a jump over the bench of the Colts. Eugene Daniel had the coverage.
Stanley Morgan now is on Eugene Daniel. Now watch him go outside. Now watch that speed. Just run by him. Throws the ball exactly where it needs to be thrown, to the outside, so the corner can't recover, and he was just off his fingertips. And I know Steve Rogan feels that he could never overthrow Stanley Morgan. If he had just a little bit more acceleration, he would have made that play. And you can see Stanley Morgan is the leading receiver in the history of the NFL with a 20.6 average.
6 in the secondary for the Colts. 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers for New England. Grogan has completed only 4 of 9 for 31 yards thus far in the ballgame. Has all the time in the world, deep over the middle. Tip, almost intercepted. Keith Lee going for it. Fryer, the intended receiver. It'll be 4th down and 10, and that means that Rich Camarillo will be kicking.
Grogan is trying to throw the ball upfield, but the Colts are over-covering. See, this ball is sailing too high to number 80 and 42. Number 42 on the Colts makes the play, Keith Lee. He's the 5th or 6th back in their nickel concept. Grogan just seems to be off target. The ball is sailing on him.
Camarillo kicking to Robbie Martin. This is Camarillo's 5th punt in the ballgame. Oh, with the wind, taken at the 20-yard line. And Martin has about 10 yards on the return. A kick of 60 yards for Rich Camarillo. Jim Bowman runs him out of bounds. We'll be back. Rod Dowhauer, the Indianapolis Colts, in the gambling mode today. 4th down and a foot, and then, you know, the reverse and the flea flicker.
Well, it's okay to gamble. You just have to know when to gamble. And that was an excellent call on 1st down because he had the element of surprise for the touchdown.
Were you surprised that he disdained the field goal attempt, though, and on 4th and 1?
I think he knows that he has to get a lot of points today. So anytime he has a chance to go for 7 as opposed to the field goal, he's going to take it.
Bobble on the snap. Pagel is dropped back at the 22-yard line. That will be the 3rd sack for the Patriots. Garrett Barrett, the rookie from Stanford, is the man who got it. Now for a scoring update, let's join Bob Costas, NFL 85.
All right, Charlie, the Browns and Bengals are now tied at 7 in the second quarter at Cincinnati. With the Bengals leading 7-0, Ernest Binder takes this pass from Bernie Kosar, breaks the tackle, turns it into a 27-yard touchdown play. So they're tied at 7 in the Battle of Ohio. Back to Charlie and Sam.
Thank you, Bob. We've broken the tie here. It's Indianapolis 6, New England nothing. On the 18-yard flea flicker touchdown pass off of the reverse. Pagel fires. He's on target. Far side to the 36-yard line. Ray Butler picks up 13, so it'll be 3rd down and still around 5 to go as Raymond Claiborne was there for the New England Patriots.
Sims has been an upfield player all year now, but he's getting controlled right there by Kevin Cole, number 71, and he's getting some help from the fullback, Randy McMillan.
11 minutes and 37 seconds. That is the time remaining in the first half. Colts on top of New England by a score of 6-0 as Wayne Capers comes wide to the near side. Pagel has completed 6 of 10 for 72 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, that's a 60%. And he's on target now to Albert Bentley. And Bentley, as the first down, goes out of bounds near the 50-yard line. So he'll pick up 14 yards on the play. Larry McGrew was there for the Patriots. So all of a sudden, the Colts offense is showing some sparks.
Well, he's going quickly. He sees a one-on-one to the outside, gets rid of the ball quickly. Bentley, number 20, is isolated on a linebacker, and he's going to win that battle. Anytime you're isolated on a linebacker, that was Larry McGrew, number 50. Got another key first down at midfield.
McMillan showing motion to the left side, and Wasley comes back inside and has a yard to the 49-yard line of New England. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Don Blackman, the linebacker, was there to make the tackle.
These are 2 strong outside linebackers. 55 stands the end right up, keeps his shoulders square, and makes the play to the inside. 72 was there to help Lester Williams. These are probably 2 outside linebackers that could play defensive end in this league, Blackman and Tippett.
Inside handoff to McMillan. McMillan to the 44-yard line, gain of 5. 3rd down and 4. Blackman again on the tackle. An injury report on right tackle Carl Balderschweiler. He's been replaced by Kevin Call for the Colts. And we do not have an injury report on him. We're trying to chase one down right now.
Balderschweiler had a neck injury and missed all of last year, and he has been the one solid veteran in that offensive line. And there's Carl Balderschweiler on the sideline. And we don't know what it is right now.
Maybe just a breather. The report is no injury on Balderschweiler, just a change at offensive line. Tipped and it is intercepted. This could be 6. McSwain tipped it, Marion intercepted it, and Mike Pagel saved the touchdown. A return of 24 yards and a turnover that could spell the end of the Colts lead.
Mike Pagel is dropping back. He's trying to throw the ball inside. The ball gets tipped, and that's Freddie Marion, the consummate free safety. The number one thing the free safety has to do, he has to be around the ball. He has to be a good athlete and see everything. He saw the tip and made the interception. And those interceptions come from defenders coming towards the football.
And this is what the Colts cannot allow to happen. The Patriots with great field position. Indianapolis 24-yard line, trying to capitalize immediately. Here is James. James to the 19. That's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Donnell Thompson with the tackle. The ball inside the 20-yard line. Patriots on the move. Let's go to Bob Costas.
Charlie, with Pittsburgh leading at Kansas City 13-7 in the second, Bill Kenny hits the rookie Jeff Smith. Nice catch, and then he makes some nifty moves and breaks tackles toward the end of the run. It turns into a 45-yard touchdown play. Smith's first TD as a pro. After the point after, Kansas City has the lead.
And here the Colts have the lead, but it is in jeopardy. Play action. Brogan towards the end zone. Has the lead there. Touchdown. Stanley Morgan.
Brogan's play-action pass. He's waiting for Morgan to cross the entire field, and that's very tough. It's a very low throw, but he bends down and gets both knees cuddled together, and he catches the ball. Anytime you throw a crossing pattern, the quarterback's going to need a lot of time for pass protection.
Tony Franklin out of the hold of Tony Eason for the extra point in the lead. And it is there. Tony Franklin has made his last 65 PATs in a row. Tony Franklin will be kicking off, and the barefooted kicker hides his other shoe. People steal it, throw it into the stands as a souvenir. Taken on the far side by Keith Lee. Williams for the Patriots. Let's go back to that touchdown, Sam.
Stanley Morgan is crossing without anyone there. He's crossing from his left to his right. 37, Anthony Young is the free safety. They had to be in his zone, and that was an outstanding catch. Took a lot of concentration because Steve Brogan was hurried, and he had to get rid of it, and he saw Morgan wide open. He reached down nicely and made that touchdown catch.
And, of course, it was a 24-yard drive in 2 plays capitalizing on Fred Marion's interception. So the Colts now trail by 1. The line of scrimmage knocked away. We think it was Lester Williams that reached up the nose tackle for the Patriots and knocked it away. And you can see that the excitement has changed from the Colts now to the Patriots.
It's a 3-step drop. He's going to throw the ball quickly. Now the defensive lineman jumps up. It's coming from the right side. Looked like Julius Adams.
Oh, it's Lester Williams.
Lester Williams made the play. If you can't get to the passer, as soon as they see him drop quickly, they get their hands up in his face.
2nd down and 10. There was jumping as Keith Sims got an early start. Flags all over the place. Now, was he pulled off?
Offside, right guard, offense.
Right guard is Ron Sold, number 66. And once that Sims saw that move, and he just took out after the motion.
Offside, number 66, offense, still 2nd down.
Have to be very careful here now because they're down in a hole and they don't want to have another turnover. Turnovers hurt them last week against the Jets. They had this game going nice and comfortable for them before the turnover.
At the 11, 2nd down and 15. New England leads at 7-6. 8:44 time remaining first half. Here's Wansley, and he just plows his way to the 20-yard line. He picks up 9 yards on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. Johnny Rimbert with the tackle as we pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network. This is Charlie Jones, Sam Retigliano. We're in Sullivan Stadium where the New England Patriots lead the Indianapolis Colts by a score of 7-6 with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first half. McMillan for the Colts has picked up 13 yards rushing. Wansley has picked up 24. So together they have total 37 yards. They've got to do better than that. The pass is way underthrown and everybody was covered. So it'll be 4th down and 6, and that means that Ron Stark will be kicking, but he will be kicking into the wind. Irving Fryer on his return can give the Patriots excellent field position.
Watch Ron Stark, the Colt kicker. He really has a problem mentally kicking against the wind.
Fred Marion and Roland James are the two upbacks, and it's not a very good kick, but will take a Colt bounce and another one, and continues inside the 30, will be down at the 30-yard line. So he got away with a 51-yard kick. Eugene Daniel was down for the Colts to cover it, and New England will have the ball at their own 30-yard line. They've not been that impressive offensively at their own end of the field, though.
That's right. Brogan really hasn't gotten anything going during the course of this game. I believe that kick, Irving Fryer, the returner, should have fielded that ball. Anytime you field the ball, you can add 10 to 15 yards on your field position as a punt returner.
New England from their own 30-yard line, 1st down. Grogan says that the wave is going at the wrong time. It's supposed to be when you're on defense, not on offense. And Tony Collins has 3 to the 33. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as Barry Krause makes the tackle. And Grogan, he wants the crowd to stop. Not now. You do the wave when the Colts have the ball. You're bothering me.
See, they haven't done it very much because they haven't been winning.
Yeah,
what you have to do is when the other team's on offense.
I'm not sure the crowd realizes that Grogan's having a problem with his signal. Grogan goes deep over the middle. It is complete. Big 1st down to Stanley Morgan. 46-yard line of the Colts. Preston Davis and Cliff Oda make the tackle. A gain of 19. 1st down.
This is a zone team, and he's waiting for Morgan to break inside the zone. There he is, 86, right in the hole in the zone. You don't get pressure. You put a lot more pressure on those linebackers and defensive backs when you lay back in the zone defense.
Morgan comes out for a breather. Cedric Jones has replaced him. 1st down, sweep right side. Here's Collins. And he'll have a yard to the 46. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as Thompson was there for the Colts. 6 minutes and 10 seconds. That is the time remaining in the 2nd quarter. The scoring for the Colts, a flea flicker off of a reverse. Mike Pagel going to his tight end, Pat Beach, and then missing the extra point as Raul Alegre was wide to the left. For the Patriots, capitalizing on Fred Marion's interception, they moved 24 yards in a couple of plays, and it was Grogan to Morgan for the touchdown. Extra point was good, 7-6, New England lead. Grogan steps away from pressure. He is sacked. Back at the 40-yard line, Brad White got him. That is the 2nd sack for the Colts.
And that was a big play. It took them completely out of good field position where they could have knocked out another 1st down. And you see on the replay right now, he's looking upfield to his left. He doesn't find it. He scrambles to the right. Now he's trying to get away, and Brad White, 92, makes an outstanding play, takes him out of field position here. And right now, if the Colts could go in at the half, 7-6, they'd be in pretty good shape, and that missed extra point will be staring them right down the throat in the 4th quarter.
3rd down and 23. The ball back at the New England 40-yard line. 6 in the secondary for the Colts. They look for Grogan to be throwing from the shotgun.
Screen to draw.
And Morgan is back into the ball game as a wide receiver. 4-man rush for the Colts, and we've got whistles and flags drop downfield. A flag back at the 42-yard line in Colt territory. So that'll cost you 5 more. It takes it to the New England 35-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 28. What do you call 3rd and 28?
you call your mother at home for a play.
And call it collect.
This is when the head coach on the sideline turns around and gets a drink of water because he wants the quarterback to call the play. This is when he says right now the quarterback has all the liberty in the world and freedom to call the play.
And the Colts counter was 7 in the secondary. 3rd and 28. They figure it's going to be a pass in one form or another.
Screen or draw.
Deep pattern complete to Stephen Starring. Nesby Glasgow makes the tackle at the 44-yard line, a gain of 21 yards on the play.
Steve, again, it's a bad snap, which takes away from his concentration. They're in a zone defense, and they're not protecting any zone. As 81, right in the middle of your screen. See, if you're in a zone defense, as I said earlier, on 3rd down and 28, you have to put pressure on that quarterback because it's too tough for those people in the secondary to cover all those zones.
He goes for the corner but doesn't get it. He misses it by about 10 yards to the inside. So the Colts will have the ball at the 20-yard line. They kicked it for 44 yards. We'll bring it back out. The Colts will take over with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and New England leading by a point, 7-6. Let's check the scoreboard. Cleveland and Cincinnati are tied at 7-7 second quarter. Pittsburgh out in front of Kansas City by 6 in the second period. Rams running away from the Giants. Chicago leading Detroit as expected. Detroit keeps winning the big ones at home, but not on the road. Indianapolis trailing by 1 here, 7-6 from their own 20-yard line. And contact made by the Patriot defense, whether or not they were drawn off, that was Ken Sims leaning in and making the contact.
Encroachment, 72.
No, it's on Lester Williams, 72. That's Sims. It wasn't on you, Ken. Sorry, my mistake. And let's check the scoreboard. New Orleans by 3 over Seattle in the second quarter. That's an upset working. Tampa Bay, there's an upset working. They lead by 10, but it's early, second quarter. Green Bay trails Minnesota 7-3. First down and 5 at the 25-yard line. McMillan to the 30-yard line. Now, in this situation, after a touchback, all they have to do is place the ball on the chalk mark at the 30. They don't need to take a measurement following a touchback. And it's a first down, an automatic call. And we're going to give you an audio apology, which is kind of ironic because we're having some audio problems. So if you can hear us, we're sorry. No, we're sorry. We had some, but we understand it's all been repaired. Good. First down at the 30-yard line. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Colts with the ball, trailing by 1, 7-6. McMillan sweeps to the outside and picks up 5 to the 35. So it'll be second down and 5. Raymond Claiborne making the stop. Buffalo leading Houston by a score of 10-0. We thought that Houston was on a roll, but right now they have their problems with the Buffalo Bills. And it's Philadelphia 14 and Atlanta 0. Ron Jaworski scoring the last touchdown from just a yard out. So that updates all the action. Be sure to be with us at halftime for NFL 85 and Bob Costas and Maud Rashad and Pete Axtell, and they'll be updating all the scores and highlights from around the league. Second down and 5. The Colts ball at their own 35-yard line. So their running game is beginning to give them a little bit of field position. And back-to-back first downs as McMillan picks up 10 yards on the play. The last 5 all alone, taking Fred Marion along with him. First down.
Chris Hinton is an outstanding athlete. This is a counter play. 75 on the middle of your screen. Watch him come up, turn in a hole, make contact. Not too bad, but 32. Randy McMillan finds the hole, and these are 2 strong backs. You can't bring them down unless you wrap your arms and get both feet solid under your body.
Now concentrating with McMillan and a one-back type offense for the Colts. And here he is again this time, trying to get to the outside. But Andre Tippett anticipated the play beautifully.
Tippett is a playmaker. He is a linebacker that makes things happen. You can see him right now. He's blitzing to the inside, right outside Kevin Call. No one even blocks him. He comes in free and makes the tackle in the backfield. And he is a playmaker.
2-minute warning given to both benches, and we'll be back. All the scores and highlights, what's going on today, and a look at the second half of the doubleheader. Pagel has completed 7 of 14, 86 yards. McMillan on the receiving end battles to the 40-yard line, which means that it all goes for a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down 15. Raymond Claiborne making the tackle.
This is a safe play. 32 is just going to go out for a screen. He's going to look upfield, let the rush come, lay the ball off to 32, hope that he can cause a miss, but he doesn't. 26, Claiborne makes the play. Now they need to be careful. If they can go in 7 to 6 down with that extra point staring him in the face, the Colts will have had a very fine first half.
Curtis Dickey and Albert Bentley are the two backs in the shotgun, along with the quarterback Mike Pagel. 3rd down and 15. There's pressure. He's going to run for it. May make it. Started his slide by a couple of yards too soon, or he'd had the first down.
Another 4th down call.
Gain of about 14. It's going to be a yard, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down. Clock moving from 54 seconds down.
Hunt the ball.
Yes.
Hunt the ball and stay in the game.
Here's something else. Go into punt formation and sit there and let the 30-second clock run all the way down.
They should do that, and they may very well do that unless the Pats call a timeout.
Fair catch is called for and taken at the 13-yard line by Irving Pryor. 19 seconds, that is the time remaining in the first half. That punt covered 35 yards. As we come back to action, Tony Collins, the ball carrier. Barry Krause makes the tackle. Just a little reminder, the 210th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. You were a Marine.
I was a Marine Corps and trained at Camp Upshur.
They only missed it by a day. My birthday was yesterday. Did you know that? I was 11 years old.
You're not 215 years old, though.
No, closing on it. So it is halftime, and the score, the New England Patriots 7 and the Indianapolis Colts 6. In a very close first half. The Colts, the big underdogs, and they had some things going. They self-destructed a couple of times, but they capitalized on at least one of them.
Mike Pagel completed 2 passes for touchdowns, one to the Colts and one to the Pats. And as we said earlier, the thing that's going to hurt them more than anything else is that extra point. That'll be staring them right in the face with 4 minutes to go. But we said they had to stay close, and they're really staying close. Halftime
activities will continue in a moment. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. It is halftime. The score, New England 7, Indianapolis 6. Missing the extra point attempt. That has been the change in the ball game. And in the first half, Sam, we had a total of 11 punts.
When you have 11 punts, that means the offense looks like the tango. 1, 2, 3, kick. And the reason for that is neither quarterback, Charlie, is hitting those key 3rd downs that they need to have to continue to move the ball up the field. And I would look in the second half, if they stay close, they'll go with Pagel. But if the thing gets away from them a little, look for Matt Koffler to come into the game.
So at halftime, it is 7-6 in a closer ball game than anybody thought that we would have. We're going to have a good second half, but right now, let's go to NFL 85, and here is Bob Costas.
Okay, Bob Costas back in New York along with Pete Axtell. For the halftime show, let's get right to the scoreboard. Cincinnati leads Cleveland in a game many of you are watching, 14-7. The Battle of Ohio. and the Bengals have won the last 3 consecutive games they played against the Browns. As we take a look at some of the highlights, Sam Weiss of the Bengals realizes that 4-5 is good enough in the AFC Central. Everybody has that record, so they're all in playoff contention. Boomer Esiason gets the Bengals on the board first. The catch by James Brooks, he tumbles over the flag. It's good for an 8-yard touchdown and a 7-0 lead. But Bernie Kosar comes back to tie it on this pass to Ernest Biner, who breaks the tackle and turns it into a 27-yard touchdown play. Now, just before the end of the half, Charles Alexander scores from the 1 for Cincinnati, and they lead it 14-7 at halftime. Elsewhere, Pittsburgh playing at Kansas City. They haven't reached the half yet. The Chiefs are in danger of losing their 6th in a row. 27-14 in favor of Pittsburgh, the score there. An unhappy John Malkovich. The season began so promisingly for the Chiefs, but they have dropped 5 in a row since then. They take the lead early here. A room service interception for Deron Cherry. David Woodley under pressure threw it right into his lap. The 6th interception of the year for Cherry. He brings it back 47 yards for a touchdown. 7-0 Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. But David Woodley, in place of the injured Mark Malone, finds the veteran John Stallworth with a 13-yarder, and the game is even up at 7. After a couple of field goals by Gary Anderson, the Chiefs come back. It's Kenny to the rookie Jeff Smith out of Nebraska. Nice run, breaks tackles, takes it in, and following the conversion, the Chiefs have the lead at 14-13. But Lewis Lipps scores his 2nd punt return touchdown of the year. He's also caught 8 TD passes, so 10 for the season, as he brings Jim Arnold's kick back 71 yards for a touchdown. And then moments ago, Walter Abercrombie scored from the 2. Pittsburgh builds their lead to 27-14 at Kansas City. The Rams and the Giants at the Meadowlands. Eric Dickerson did start, scored a touchdown from the 1. Mike Lansford has a couple of field goals. The Rams at 8-1 were the underdogs in this game coming in. John Robinson keeps saying they don't get enough respect. They lead the Giants 13-0. The Bears and the Lions. It's 14-0 Bears late in the 2nd quarter. Steve Fuller in place of the injured Jim McMahon on a keeper for a 1-yard touchdown. Calvin Thomas has a 7-yard touchdown run. Refrigerator Perry has forced an interception by rushing the quarterback and also has been credited with a sack. He's been in for a few plays on offense. He has blocked, but he hasn't handled the ball. The Seahawks lead the Saints in a game some of you are watching at halftime. The score there is 7-3. The Seahawks touchdown Kurt Warner, a 1-yard run. Tampa Bay, 0-9 for the season. The 4th time in their history they've begun a campaign at 0-9, leading the Cardinals 10-0. That game has reached halftime. The Cardinals coming off the Monday night win at home over Dallas, and many people warned them about this game, and they trail it 10-zip at the half. New England and Indianapolis. It's a 7-6 score there. New England is just a game back of the Jets in the AFC East race, and Raymond Berry's club in front by a point against Indianapolis at halftime. The Colts take the lead in the 2nd quarter on a razzle-dazzle play. Their new head coach Rod Dowhauer likes to do this, and Mike Pagel off the flea flicker finds a wide-open Pat Beach for the touchdown. However, Pagel is not so fortunate on this one. Fred Marion picks off the deflected pass. Good return, brings it back 22 yards to the Indianapolis 24-yard line, and it sets up a play you'll see coming up next. A 19-yard touchdown pass off the play-action fake by Grogan. He throws for Stanley Morgan. The veteran makes a nice shoot-top catch, and the extra point makes it 7-6. Indianapolis had missed the conversion following their touchdown, so that's the difference in the ballgame right now. Same score at Minnesota, and they have not yet reached halftime in that one. The Vikings lead Green Bay 7-6. Jim Zorn was ineffective. Lynn Dickey has come on in relief of him for the Packers. Buffalo and Houston. The Bills lead it in a cold rain at Buffalo 10-0, despite the fact that Bruce Matheson, starting today at quarterback for Vince Ferragamo, has been sacked 5 times. Warren Moon is also having all kinds of difficulty for the Oilers, who have won 3 in a row to get back into that AFC Central race at 4-5, but they're trailing here 10-0. Philadelphia leads Atlanta. The score in that one is 14-0. The Eagles scored twice in the 2nd quarter after a scoreless first period. Philadelphia still doesn't have a first-quarter touchdown all season. Now, the thoughts of Mr. Axtone.
Well, you know, we've been celebrating the refrigerator as the world's largest hero in football. Look at the poor diminutive goat in Cleveland. Frank Minifield got an interference penalty to set up Cincinnati's final touchdown right at the end of the half. You might remember when they lost to Pittsburgh in the final seconds, it was another Minifield interference penalty. The Snakebite Award for today to Frank.
All right, Ax, a tragic note in hockey. The Swedish goalie Pelle Lindbergh, who plays for the Philadelphia Flyers, won the Vezina Trophy last year, took them to the finals against Edmonton, involved in a car crash early this morning. Doctors say that right now he is brain dead, and that is the word from the Philadelphia Flyers on the condition of Pelle Lindbergh. And we'll continue after these messages from your local station.
Welcome back, everybody. It is halftime. New England 7 and Indianapolis 6. I'm Charlie Jones. This is Sam Bertigliano. In the locker room, it has to be a Colts first half. They wanted to stay close and hope to capitalize in the second half. What will both of the coaches talk about?
Well, the Colts have not run a ton, but they have really controlled their side of the line of scrimmage. If they equal the 65 yards in the second half, get 10 or 15 more yards, they'll be right where they should be every week. And that's how they're going to stay close. I think what the Pats are going to do right now is open up. They're going to try to get the ball upfield to Fryer and to Morgan and open it up a little bit, because I think they've been tentative the first half and kind of sat on the ball for a long period of time.
So you got wide open play on one side, conservative play on the other side, reflected in the statistics and the 65 yards rushing of the Colts. Conservative offensively, but that is their key.
No question about it, but they can't turn the football over as they did in the first half and gave the Pats an opportunity to get on the board.
It was, of course, the tip pass. Rod McSwain tipped it. Fred Marion intercepted it. Returned it to the 24-yard line of the Colts, and in two plays, Grogan to Morgan for the touchdown pass. They were leading they being the Colts, were leading 6-0 at that point, in as much as they had missed the extra point attempt, and they really gave the touchdown on the turnover to New England.
Pagel was tentative all along, and he just forced the football. Now there's Steve Grogan, and he has had outstanding stats in the second half. They've lost the football game in the first quarter, and they virtually won games in the fourth quarter. And I look for Grogan right now to loosen up this defense on the Colts. And the Colts defense is playing very well because they're not giving up the big play. I think that Grogan now is going to get the ball upfield. And, of course, Mike Pagel, who started off slow, is going to give the football to his two backs and take a lot of pressure off himself.
Pagel was sacked 7 times last week, 17 on the year. He was sacked twice in the first half. Rather, he was sacked 3 times in the first half, and Grogan was sacked twice for the Colts defense.
Actually, the Colts came into the game with 17 sacks, and only Miami and Pittsburgh had less.
You talked about the fourth quarter. Well, this is the fourth quarter of the games this year. The last 3 games, Grogan as a starter. So he has been a slow first and third quarter. Okay, in the second from a scoring dynamite fourth period.
I think the reason for that is the fact that he didn't play for 18 games, for almost a year and a half, and it takes some time to get in the groove and feel his receivers and get a better feeling of the game plan. And I might add that Steve Grogan, when he took over, Raymond Berry decided for him to call his own plays where Tony Eason didn't prior to that.
Tony Franklin will be kicking off for New England. Robbie Martin is the deep back on the return for the Indianapolis Colts, with Keith Lee and Albert Bentley off on the wing. 7-6, New England leads it as we start the second half here at Sullivan Stadium. Return from 2 yards deep in the end zone. Outside the 20, the gamble pays off. A return of 26 yards to the 24-yard line as Moses Satupu makes the tackle for the special teams of New England Patriots. So the Colts will go to work, still in their own territory, first down. Basically, Mike Pagel, a quarterback, Wansley and McMillan, the 2 running backs, Capers and Butler, the wide receivers, and Pat Beach is the tight end. Hintnut, Donaldson, Solt. Baldischweiler started at right tackle, but Kevin Call has replaced him most of the first half, and Baldischweiler is back in to start the second half. 24-yard line, Colts in their own territory, first down. And McMillan just leans for a couple to the 26. It'll be second down and 8 as Dennis Owens makes the tackle. The defense for the Patriots has Sims, Owens, and Adams as your basic front 3. Linebackers are Tippett, Rimbert, McGrew, and Blackman. Remember that Steve Nelson is out with an eye injury that he had in the first half. During practice this week, kind of a freak thing. He was hit in the eye with a football. Be out 4 or 5 days, and we're not really sure if he'll be able to play next week or yet. Doctors will determine that. Lippett, James, Marion, and Claiborne in the secondary. Second down and 8. Pagel the far side to Wansley, and very close to being a lateral or a backward pass. Lockman was going after it. It'll be third down and 8.
Pagel's looking to the sideline right now for the third and 8 call to come in from the sideline from Rod Dowhauer. He got rid of that ball fast. The Patriots are really coming hard on the outside, trying to stop that screen pass.
3rd down and 8 now. The Patriots are first in the National Football League in 3rd down defense. And on 3rd downs today, the Colts, they are 1 for 8.
And that's why they're punting a lot.
Curtis Dickey and Albert Bentley are the 2 backs in the shotgun. The pass completed at the 30-yard line to Capers, but that will be shy of the 1st down. Needed 8, got 4. 4th down and 4 as Rod McSwain of the Patriots was there at the 30, and that means that the kicking team will come on. Ron Stark will be punting, and Irving Fryer will be set for the return, with the possibility of a return of 15 to 20 yards somewhere in that neighborhood. The Patriots could start their offense in the second half with excellent field position.
Stark is not kicking well today, and he certainly is not kicking well against the wind.
And he gets a good one this time against the wind, taken at the 28-yard line. And is returned to the 41-yard line. So he has 13 yards on the return. Pat Beach down very quickly for the Colts. A 41-yard kick for Ron Stark. So New England will go to work. Their basic set is Steve Grogan, the quarterback, with Collins and James, the running backs, Pryor and Morgan, the wide receivers, Dawson, the tight end, and that offensive line of Holloway, Hannah, Morris, Wooten, and Moore. Defensively for the Colts, Thompson, White, and Scott, the front 3. Johnny Cooks, Odom, Krause, and Bickett are the linebackers, with Davis and Daniel in the corners, Glasgow and Young at the safety. 1st down for New England, the ball at their own 41-yard line. Grogan comes out throwing deep over the middle, and it's there. Big 1st down to Stanley Morgan. 24 yards on the opening offensive thrust of the second half for the Patriots.
It's the second half. Big plays. Stanley is going against the zone. He goes to the inside, breaks to the outside, and 38 Daniel does not give him too much of a cushion because he's afraid of getting deep.
Roughing the passer, number 99 defense.
He's afraid of getting beat deep.
First and 10.
The call roughing the passer on Donnell Thompson added to the end of the play, and it becomes an even bigger play. 22-yard line.
There we see Kofler now on the sideline warming up, and he may be getting ready to come in this football game for Pagel. The corners are too loose. They're afraid of Fryer and Morgan and trying to get beat deep. They got to close down and shorten their drops off.
At the Indianapolis, just outside the Colts 22-yard line.
Reverse.
They missed the ball. The reverse of the fumble. It is recovered by Indianapolis. The Colts on the turnover. 30th turnover on the year for New England. They lead the NFL, and it was Dwayne Bickett who recovered the fumble.
The ball is being pitched to 32 Craig James. He hands the ball off to Morgan, but Morgan doesn't get the ball in the pocket. It's not important to run. It's important to make sure that exchange is made, and I don't know that I agree with that call at this stage in the game when they had excellent field position and a good opportunity to go in for the field goal or the touchdown.
Matt Kofler is the quarterback. The Colts have it at their own 30-yard line. 1st down, the second time on offense, second half. They make the quarterback change. Here's George Wansley. Ball is loose. Patriots have it. Fred Marion.
A free safety should be around the ball. Wansley turns up inside. He's got good blocking. He gets positive yardage. And there's Freddie Marion, who had the interception. Now he picks up the fumble. And they're fortunate now that 75 hustled over because that thing had touchdown written all over it.
So we have an exchange of turnovers, and New England has the ball at the Indianapolis 22-yard line, 1st down. Here's Tony Collins, just leaning to about the 18-yard line. It'll be second down and 6. Today's telecast presented by authority, the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New England Patriots and the National Football League is prohibited. The ball at the Colts 18-yard line, second down and 6. New England leads it 7-6. We have 11:58 left to go in the third quarter. Just a little swing to James, and James will have a yard. That's about it to the 17. Donnell Thompson with the tackle. So it'll be third down and 5. But the Patriots are well within the field goal range of Tony Franklin.
They have a key down right now because it's a 4-point play. If they can turn it over and get the first down, have an opportunity to get a touchdown. I think that's what they need right now, to take this turnover and get in there and get a touchdown. Because this defense of the Colts will stretch, but they'll never really break. They don't give up the big play. Look for them to go to the back right now. Maybe Collins coming out of the backfield.
Little play action fake to the reverse. Meanwhile, Cliff Odom is there for the sack, and that is the third in the ballgame for the Colts. A very slow developing play. I'm surprised with that call also.
They were faking a reverse, and they were trying to get the ball to Collins upfield. But what you need to do is just drop back and throw the ball. Fake it right here. Fake the reverse again. It takes too much time. You have a breakdown. He never even gets an opportunity to look upfield, and 92 Brad White makes the play. Again, I really don't care for the play. 93, Cliff Odom, the linebacker, made the play.
Fourth down and 12. So from the 31-yard line, an attempt of 41 yards by Tony Franklin. And he's got it from 41 yards away. So with 10:42 left in the third, Patriots lead it. And Tony Franklin will be kicking off for the New England Patriots. Robbie Martin is the deep back on the return for the Indianapolis Colts. 10:42, time remaining third quarter. Patriots out in front by 4, 10-6 from 3 yards deep is going to run this one out. He got away from 2 yards deep this time. He does not get away with it. And Martin is cut down at the 14-yard line. We'll give him 16, maybe 17 yards on the return as McSwain was there for the Patriots. So the Colts offense with very poor field position at their own 14-yard line, and Matt Cofer the quarterback.
He should never have taken that ball that deep in the end zone because he could have lined up on a 20-yard line. And the two deep backs with him there should have kept him in. Coaches work on that all the time.
Capers comes wide to this side. And Oliver Williams, the free agent from the University of Illinois, his brother Danny plays there, his outstanding wide receiver. Is on the far side. This pass is complete. And then fumble. A scramble for it downfield, picked up by Johnny Rimbert. Rimbert just bowls his way like a sledgehammer back to the 33. Williams, the original receiver on it, 10 yards on the return for Rimbert.
And that was a first down up around the 40-yard line, and the Colts right now are self-destructing. Interception, another fumble, now another fumble, and you can see the consternation on the face of Rod Dowhower. He throws the ball upfield to Oliver Williams, makes the catch, now tucks the ball. He gets the hit and it bounces out. Now it looks like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Capers should have picked it up himself, and Johnny Rambert, 52, picks it up, and he's going deep.
No, not in the field of play. Just trying to take the ball right in the corner of the end zone. Ran out of room. Eugene Daniel was there for the defense. Second down and 10. Back at the Colts 33-yard line.
The Colts have to take the defense off the field. The defense in the second half right now has virtually been on there the entire time. And the Patriots, being a fourth quarter team, is going to wear them down. This game could blow wide open if the Colts don't get something established.
Second and 10. Fryer and Morgan, the wide receivers. Here's the handoff. And James to the 30. shifts the ball to the left hand to be away from the tackler. He picks up about 8 on the play. Cliff Odom finally took him out of bounds, along with Barry Krause.
At this point, Charlie, I look for the Pats to go right at him, to really try to power them and run the ball over John Hanna and Brian Holloway and try to power this thing in the running game, and then maybe a play-action pass into the end zone. But nothing fancy.
3rd down and a yard. Greg Hawthorne has come in. Mosi Tatupu has come in. Steve Moore is in the backfield with Tatupu.
The house is there.
The house, the lead blocker for Tatupu. They needed a yard. I think they got it. But the house, 67, Steve Moore. There you see him in the back. This time as a lead blocker. He does need a little work on that play.
The house was a little vacant that time. It wasn't rented. And Mosi did not have John Hanna is on the ground, but they don't need very much. And they have Mosi is an excellent runner in short yardage. Has been that way for 8 years, and he's going to pick up the yardage needed for the first down.
And the change have come out on the measurement. I thought that they had it, and they do. With at least a foot to spare. First down, 22-yard line of the Colts. That's Fryer in motion. He becomes the lead blocker. Tony Collins, the ball carrier. And he may end up losing a little on the play. Cliff Odom was the man who was there for the Colts along with Dwayne Bickett. No, they'll give him the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it a yard to the 21, so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
This is a tough team to run wide on. It's a team that you have to go right at them. And I think that's the strength of the Pats. They've got those big, strong blockers, and I would go right at them rather than try to run wide.
You pointed out, we've talked about it a couple of times, Steve Grogan not playing an 18 ball. He's basically calling his own plays. Did you notice he had his own list with him?
You better change his watch.
Grogan battles his way to the 18-yard line, so he'll scramble for 3. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Johnny Cooks makes the tackle.
He's dropping back, looking to his left, and he seems to not be able to see the defense. And Johnny Cooks, 98, makes the play. And Morgan is the person he's looking at. Let's see if Morgan is open. And he is. Oh, no, Barry Krause, 55, does an excellent job of getting underneath that hook pattern that Morgan was settled right in that zone to catch.
3rd down and 6. The Colts have 6 in the secondary. Pass is low, but caught at the 11-yard line. Should be the first down. Fryer pulled it in. Eugene Daniel and Tate Randall drop him. They'll be right past the first down marker. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Rams in front of the Giants, 16-7. Mike Lansford with a 26-yard field goal. Minnesota 14, Green Bay 6. Darren Nelson scoring from 4 yards out. Last run in that ball game. And here it is New England 10 and Indianapolis 6. Last touchdown in that ball game. Not the last run, of course. First and 10 at the Colt 11-yard line.
Look for them to run the ball. No, they're not. They're going to put the ball up on first down.
Now, Grogan was simply dumping it off, but close enough to Tony Collins that he got away with it. Odom and Bickett almost picked off the sack, and that shows you what a veteran quarterback can do.
This is a resilient defense. He's trying to go deep. He's trying to get the ball upfield deep. 98 is clean again, and he's coming from behind. He's being forced right there by number 95 on the Colts, and that's Chris Scott. And again, I don't know why they're not running the football right at the Colts.
Grogan, 9 of 17, 119 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. 2nd and 10, and we've got jumping.
John Hanna offside.
So So that'll bring it back out to the 16. It'll be second down and 15. In penalties, the Colts 4 times for 35 yards, the Patriots 3 times for 15. Second and 15, the ball now at the 16-yard line. 7:23, time remaining. We're in the third quarter. Patriots lead by 4, 10-6.
Option pass. He's going to run it.
Down the sidelines and out of bounds. Donnell Thompson finally chased him out. Let's see where they mark him out, is in the neighborhood of the 5-yard line.
What an excellent weapon this is. He's completed 2 to Collins this year for touchdowns. He's looking for it. It's not there. Now he tucks the ball down, and he's got the ability to run, to catch, and to throw, and there aren't very many like that in the National Football League.
A gain of 11 yards on the play from the 16 to the 5. And it's third down and 4 at the Colts 5-yard line.
I don't think they're going to run the ball.
Timing pattern, left hand, Porter's there. Irving Pryor.
This is impossible to stop. If he gets the ball up quick, high, and to the outside, and 80 Fryer makes the play, and the corner 38 could not recover. It was just excellent timing on the play on the part of the quarterback and the receiver. It's impossible to stop.
Grogan's second touchdown pass of the ball game, his 5th of the year. The extra point is good. So the score is now New England 17, Indianapolis 6, and we'll be back with a kickoff. New England's 2 touchdown drives of 33 yards and 24 yards, so they really haven't been able to move long distances against that Colt defense.
Colt defense is playing well, but they're on the field too much in the second half. Colts need right now to get a drive going and put some points on the board and get back in this football game.
Albert Bentley is the return man for the Colts. And he just keeps coming to the 37-yard line, replacing Robbie Martin. Martin made that bad choice in the end zone. Ed Williams with the tackle for the Patriots. And let's go back to the touchdown.
Grogan's got to get the ball up quick, high, to the outside. Corner is trying desperately to recover, but it just is impossible because you can't put pressure on the quarterback, and it's a tremendous amount of pressure on the cornerback.
35 yards on the return for Albert Bentley, the rookie taken in the second round of the draft in 1984, played his collegiate ball at Miami. Topher, the ball is tipped, it's in the air, it's incomplete. Andre Tippett went after it. What a ball game he is having. And it'll be second down and 10 for the Colts at the 37-yard line. Let's go back to what you were talking about for the keys to the game at the top of the telecast. Running isn't everything, it's the only thing. They have to establish their running game. Now, though, that they trail 17-6, there's always a tendency to get away from it, and for New England, always an almost team. And this may be the year that they're always an always team.
Right, and they're certainly proving that right now. And the Colts need right now not to panic. One touchdown puts them right back in the game.
For New England, going for 5 straight victories. Last time they had that was 1980. And here is Wansley. He'll pick up about 3. It'll be third down and 7. Julius Adams was there for the Patriots.
The biggest problem the Colts are having right now is they're not able to handle Tippett and Blackman. They are 2 defensive ends playing linebacker, and the Colts have not been able to keep those 2 linebackers out of the quarterback's face all afternoon. And here we are in a shotgun nickel again, and I look for him to get the ball to Bentley, number 20, because he doesn't have enough time to get the ball upfield.
They mark it as a 38, so it's 3rd down and 9. Cofer has completed 2 of 3 for 16 yards. Slips away from the pressure and cannot get away from the last man. And that was Andre Tippett, 4th sack for the Patriots, and for Tippett, his 2nd sack of the ballgame.
Tippett is coming down to the bottom of your screen. He's going under a stunt with Sims. Help him to the outside. He spins, but he is a pursuing, relentless football player. Always goes to the ball, and when you do that, good things happen, and he's sitting right there on the sack. The Colts really have to get on the sideline, bring this offense together, and somehow, some way, have got to block those outside linebackers, and they better put linemen on them because the backs can't handle them.
Ron Stark kicking to Irving Fryer. Fryer at the 23. To the 30. 35. Cuts back. He's got it. Franklin adds a point after. 24-6. Cedric Jones is leading the cheers. The man they were cheering that you saw, number 80, Irving Fryer, 77-yard punt return. Albert Bentley is the deep back for the Colts. And here come the Patriots. From a yard deep in the end zone. Spins his way to the 25-yard line. Jim Bowman makes the tackle, 26 yards on the return. Let's go back to that touchdown.
Irving Fryer feels it, and you know speed kills. Now watch him find the lane. He's as quick as a hiccup. And folks, it's all over right now because that punter is not going to make the tackle, and neither is number 50. And it's time to tee up the extra point because it's a 77-yard touchdown, and speed kills.
And may have wiped out the Colts in this ball game. 24-6 now the margin. And remember at halftime, Patriots led by 7-6. They have 17 points in the first 9.5 minutes of the second half. Cofer's pass is complete at the 34-yard line. It'll be close to the first down. Mark Boyer, the rookie tight end from USC, pulled it down. Johnny Rimbert was there. They're going to ask for a measurement, I believe. It's close enough. They may have it. The Colts need to get a spark going, an offensive spark going, to get them back into this ballgame.
Well, they have plenty of time. We have 5 minutes left in the third quarter and the full fourth quarter. They're going to get a drive going here right now and get on the board. Their defense is playing well enough to keep in the game. It's the offense that has turned over and caused all the points in the part of the Patriots. Believe it or not, the Patriots have not gotten on one concerted drive on offense for any score.
First down, 35-yard line. Oliver Williams comes wide to the near side. 3 wide receivers in the offensive set. And here is a timing pattern to Williams. Diving catch. He's got it. Goes sliding out of bounds. No, the official's going to say he was not down, and they're going to add some yardage to the play. And they may bring it back. Now they're going to mark it around the 37. Big first down at any rate. Rod McSwain for the defense. Oliver Williams was the receiver.
Kopler's just going to put the ball up. Oliver Williams has good position. Now watch his concentration. Hits the ground, turns his shoulder. No one touches him. That's Rod McSwain, 23. Should have made the play, and he picks up a couple of extra yards. That's a big play right now that they need. Get in the end zone, and they're back in this game.
At the New England 36-yard line, first down. Sweep to the left side. Here's McMillan. And he is driven out of bounds by Fred Marion. Marion with an interception leading to a touchdown, a fumble recovery leading to a score. A gain of 3 to the 33, second down and 7. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
Channel 2, WMAR-TV, Baltimore.
This is Charlie Jones, Sam Ratigliano. Third quarter, 4:23 left to go in the third. New England out in front, 24-6. Colts just trying to get an offense moving here. Pass is complete to Capers, and Capers has the first down at the 22-yard line, a gain of 11. Ronnie Lippett and Roland James make the tackle. So in this drive, that is the third first down that started back at the 25-yard line. Let's go to the scoreboard and see what is happening. Cincinnati by 7 over Cleveland in the third quarter. Pittsburgh way out in front of Kansas City by 16. Rams by 6 of the Giants. Giants coming back at them now. Chicago leading Detroit 14-3. First and 10 at the 22. Here's a sweep left again with Wansley carrying. And a flag is down as he goes out at the 16-yard line. 6 yards if it stands up, but after the flag, then the fight ensues. More a pushing and shoving match than a fight.
There is no swinging going on.
No.
Everybody's holding each other back. Let me at him. Let me at him.
But don't let me go.
Right.
Gordon McCarter, the referee. Preliminary signal, illegal block on the coast.
Personal foul, illegal trackback block, number 87, offense during the run. 15 yards from the side of the foul, still first down.
The call on Wayne Capers, and that causes the pushing and shoving because with illegal crackbacks, when you come in low, then you're talking about hitting around the knees. Defenders do not like that, and they will react immediately.
That's why they put the rule in, so that they can protect the outside linebackers from getting flipped below the waist and getting that knee injury.
So the ball goes back to the 34-yard line. The penalty assessed from the spot of the foul. It is first down and 22. Kopler, by the way, has quietly completed 5 of 6 passes.
Clock operator, please reset the clock to 3:33.
We'll reset the clock. It reads 3:27. We'll reset it to 3:33.
3 minutes, 33 seconds remaining. Time will start on the snap. 3:33.
There it is. First and 22. 2 tight ends, Pat Beach and Mark Boyer for the Colts. McMillan is the single back. Kopler throws over the middle. The pass is caught, hit, and then lost, and New England comes up with it. Pat Beach caught it. John Blackman was there for New England. 4th turnover. We've got a timeout. We'll be back in a moment. England 24, the Indianapolis Colts 6, with 3:24 left to go in the third. Patriots with the ball at their own 19-yard line. Grogan gives to Craig James. James to the 20, maybe the 21. Let's give him a yard. Call it second down and 9. Dwayne Bickett makes the tackle at the 20-yard line. And the Colts continue to self-destruct. Their defense playing well in the ball game. The offense coughs up the football.
They had two big completions that were first downs, and they resulted in turnovers, and the ball went over to the Pats.
Second down. Switching the backfield. 4 seconds on the 30-second clock. It's there. Stanley Morgan. Wide open at the 46-yard line. A gain of 25. Anthony Young finally caught up to him.
We're in what they call a double zone. He's dropping back and waiting for Morgan to clear. The corner should have held his progress on the line of scrimmage, and he looks like he's wide open, which he is, but it's too much pressure on 37, Anthony Young. The corner has to help him, and the corner didn't do anything on that particular play, and they've done that 2 or 3 times today.
For Stanley Morgan, the 25th time in his career he's had a 100-yard game. Here's Tony Collins to the 50-yard line from the 46, gain of 4, second down and 6. Cliff Odom and Nesby Glasgow make the tackle. 2:25 and counting. That is the time remaining in the third quarter. And what a third quarter it's been for the Patriots. They led at halftime 7-6. And then a 41-yard field goal by Tony Franklin. A Grogan to Fryer 5-yard pass. Fryer then with a 77-yard punt return. And it is all New England. James. 30, fumble. Scramble for the ball at the 18 to the 19-yard line. Patriots say that they have it, and they do. 26-yard run with a fumble at the end.
Those type of fumbles happen with really good backs as they try to dodge a lot of people. There's 33, Craig James, breaks to the inside. Look at the move he puts on Anthony Young. Now he breaks to the outside, breaks tackles all the way. Anthony Young, got to give him credit. He came back and knocked the ball away, and everybody's scrambling right now, and the ball is bouncing this half for the Pats.
Ryan Holloway was the man who recovered the fumble for New England, the offensive left tackle. And so the Patriots retain possession at the 19-yard line of the Colts. First down. Minute and a half to go in the third. Here's James. To the 12-yard line, has 7, second down and 3. Brad White and Cliff Odom make the stop.
They're going at him now with the power game, but the real answer is the Colts defense has been on the field too much, and they're wearing down. And this is the first concerted drive that the Pats have put together. And now you're going to see the Colts, if they don't do something offensively, this game is going to break open even in a wider margin than it is right now.
Craig James, 11 carries, 73 yards rushing for New England. And here is James again. Played his collegiate ball at SMU. Has the first down, 6-yard line. Colts have an injured player back at the 17. Brad White and Chris Scott.
Chris Scott, number 95,
make the tackle on the play. We've got an injury timeout with 33 seconds. That is the time remaining in the third quarter. The ball at the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal to go.
Anything that happens good to the left has to do with John Hanna. Number 73, he's pulling now. He's zeroing in. He's trying to focus downfield. Holloway is in front, knocks Glasgow down. John doesn't do much, but he stays on his feet, and James turns up inside with that good blocking by Holloway and Hanna, and we get another first down on the 6-yard line.
Dwayne Bickett, number 50, the injured player. He's up and moving, as you can see. Orlando Lowry has replaced him in the lineup. Craig James has come out, and Mosi Tatupu and Tony Collins are the two running backs now for the Patriots. 33 seconds left to go in the third. New England leading at 24-6 and threatening to stretch that margin by 6 or possibly 7. Now James will come back into that offensive set, and Tatupu comes out. With that breather due to the injury to Bickett, and James is ready to go, and he's been carrying the ball so well, I suspect the Patriots want him to score the touchdown. And here he is cutting back. He gets just about to the 2-yard line. Inside the 3, Orlando Lowry making the tackle. And ovation from the crowd as we come to the end of the third quarter with the score, New England 24, Indianapolis 6. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. In the second half, Craig James has rushed for 71 yards. In the second half, the Colts have rushed for 9. Boy, he's had a great second half. Second down, goal to go. The ball outside, just outside the 2-yard line. 2.5 yards. As we start the fourth quarter, and the Pats have owned the fourth quarter since the return of Steve Grogan. In their history, the Patriots are 76 victories, 7 losses, 2 ties in home games that they've led after the third. So all of history is in favor of New England at this point as Tony Collins sprints for the corner. And he's got it. Collins' 4th touchdown of the year.
Pitches to the left side. 73 is going to pull. Lynn Dawson gets a good block. Now watch 73 make the block on Glasgow, and Collins puts his head down and goes right into the corner of the end zone for another touchdown. And that's the first long drive the Pats have put together for a touchdown today.
81 yards in 8 plays, and here is the extra point attempt. It is good. The score, New England 31 and Indianapolis 6. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Tony Franklin kicking off with Albert Bentley, the deep back on the return. Picks it up at the 20-yard line. He's to the 30. Bentley's to the 40, and then finally caught at the 45-yard line. Tony Franklin, a 27-yard return, and Greg Hawthorne got him, and Franklin is down on the play. As he got caught right in the middle and got rolled over.
And he's hurt, Charlie. It looks like he's holding his his left elbow. With the kind of career he's had since joining the Pats, that could be a very, very big blow to the Patriots because of that important field goal potential.
Franklin with a 41-yarder in this ball game. This year, he has hit now 13 of 16. His long being 50 yards, and he is perfect on extra points. And this is his 105th consecutive game.
Looks like it's the left arm, and they obviously don't want to move it right now, but Franklin is going to get up, and looks like he's going to be okay.
We've got an injury timeout to score. Patriots 31 and the Colts 6. Tony Franklin on the far side, they've been kind of working on that left shoulder, the upper left arm. Here's what happened. He just gets rolled under.
You can see right there in the upper part of his left arm, he gets rolled over. And kickers, they don't get paid to get into that kind of traffic. That was a head-on collision.
The backup kicker. Here he is. He's hiding now. Steve Grogan, number 14.
He's trying on his kicking shoe.
That's right. He don't want anybody to know it there. At the 46-yard line, Colts in their own territory, and the pass is incomplete. It was a misread. Oliver Williams went to the inside, and Matt Cofer, the quarterback, thought he was going to cut to the outside. Claiborne had the coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Colt 46-yard line. Just over 14 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. A close first half. The Colts got out in front 6-0 on a reverse, ending up with Pagel throwing to the tight end Pat Beach for the touchdown. Extra point was wide left, 6-0. And then 7-6, Grogan to Morgan. With 9:13 to go in the second, his pass is complete for the first down to Pat Beach. And Beach is at the 41-yard line in New England territory. So he picks up 13 yards and the first down. 7-6 at the halftime, but since then it has been all New England. Let's check the scoreboard. Cincinnati by 10 over Cleveland in the fourth. Pittsburgh out in front of Kansas City by 9, 30-21. Ooh, look at this. The Giants on top of the Rams by 1, 17-16 in the fourth quarter. We've got some more for you right after this play.
Watch the blitz.
Fifth sack for the Patriots. This one is Don Blackman, and it is his 6th sack of the season.
He came from the open side, and no one was there to block him. There had to be some type of mix-up. Kofler is concentrating outside. It's the left guard who is supposed to come out to block him, and Blackman comes in unprotected and makes the play. And the left guard right there is Ben Utt, number 64. He should have come outside to pick up that linebacker. They were both blocking the end, both Hinton and Utt. And that's how you lose quarterbacks in this league.
2nd and 19 at the 50-yard line. Sack number 6. Garen Veras has his 2nd sack of the ball game. Loss of 9. 3rd and 28.
Patriot defense right now, they don't care about the run. They're really turning those defensive linemen and linebackers loose, and they're putting tremendous pressure on the Colt offensive line. And of course, the down and distance is not helping the quarterback at all.
Curtis Dickey and Albert Bentley are the two backs in the shotgun with the quarterback Matt Kofler. 4 coming on the rush for New England, going deep.
Interception!
Underthrown, knocked away at the last moment by Oliver Williams, the intended receiver. He had a step on Claiborne. Claiborne might have been able to close on him because the ball would have to be in the air so long. But Williams made a pretty good defensive play as an offensive player.
Kofler just throws this ball up for grabs. It looks like a punt return. Ray Claiborne is step for step with Oliver Williams. He goes up to try to make the play, and Oliver Williams does a good job preventing the interception.
4th down and 28, and Ron Stark will be punting. And Irving Fryer is set for the return. And Fryer in this ballgame has a 77-yard punt return for a touchdown. Low snap, good catch. This one sails with the wind into the end zone. 59 yards on the punt, but we'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 12 and a half minutes plus 6 seconds, 12:36. That is the time remaining in the fourth quarter as the Colts will go to work at their own 20-yard line first down. Excuse me, the Patriots will go to work. Out in front by 25 points, 31-6. Patriots in control of the ball game, going for their 5th straight win. And the last time they had 5 straight, you have to go back to the year 1980. And right now, New England's record would be 7-3, the Colts record 3-7. And later on this afternoon, the Jets are at Miami. If the Jets win, they will be on top 8-2. If Miami wins, the Jets in New England will be tied for the lead with identical 7-3 records. Here is Craig James carrying from the 20, has a couple of yards to the 22. Dwayne Bickett, 2nd down and 8. Let's go to those standings that I was talking about, Sam.
The New York Jets right now are playing Miami, as you said, so it's a key game.
Not yet. They start in 25
this
minutes.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
But the
don't give them too big a rush.
the Pats could find themselves in first place
tied
at
for
the end
first.
of today. Tied for first place.
That's right.
But it's a tough place to play for the Jets. They don't have a very good record down there, and I'm sure Raymond Berry's feeling pretty good at this stage of the game.
2nd and 9. Grogan deep over the middle to his tight end, Lynn Dawson, and he has it. 26 yards on the play to the 47-yard line. First down. Cliff Odom with the tackle.
That's the first catch for the tight end today with the Pats, I believe. And again, he had linebacker coverage. Cliff Odom. It was a one-on-one, and the Patriots are not sitting on the ball. They're going right into the game plan, and they're not worried about the score or running the football. They're going for the big plays also.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised, because I think Steve Grogan is going to need that in November and December, because he hasn't played prior to his start for 18 games. He's going to have to get back into the groove.
This is his fourth start after coming on in relief of Tony Eason, who had that shoulder separation. So he does, and he really hasn't had that much work, so he needs to work. The other thing, he doesn't get that much work during the week.
That's right, because of the elbow, he's not throwing the football much, and I can't blame Raymond Berry right now for trying to get Grogan in the groove, because the way it looks right now, it's going to be a very interesting November and December for the Patriots.
Grogan, 12 of 20, 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. Number 11 is Tony Eason. Second down and 6. Quick screen, far side. And Morgan has a first down. Eugene Daniel finally chasing Stanley Morgan out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 35-yard line, a gain of 14.
Right now, it doesn't make any difference what Grogan calls. He could pull anything out of his hat. It's going to work. It's a nice feeling to be a quarterback in this situation right now. Everything is working, and part of that is due to the fact that the Colts defense is just beginning to wilt.
Here's Tony Collins on a sweep to the right side, and he is bumped out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Cliff Odom, gain of 3, second down and 7. Well, what is the New England Patriots, what do they have in front of them? Here's what they have in front of them. At Seattle, they are talking about that one already. At the Jets, that will be a big one. At Indianapolis, 3 on the road. Then Detroit at home, and then at Miami on Monday. Boy, that's a tough schedule. That's not all that easy.
They could have had a week off if they played the Colts today in a doubleheader.
A home and away. Second down. And here's Craig James, 30-yard line. So it'll be third down and 5 as Brad White teams up with Donnell Thompson on the tackle. The clock moves now on the 10-minute mark. Time remaining in the ballgame. The score, New England 31 and Indianapolis 6. And James now 89 yards in 15 carries.
Barry Krause is a real leader in his defense. Look at him take on 73, and that's a load. And he didn't make the tackle, but he caused the tackle because he had tremendous discipline and strength in the hole.
Third down and 5. Pressure from the outside. Grogan steps away from it. He is chased. Pass is knocked down. Good defensive play. Tony Collins, the intended receiver, and Johnny Cooks, the linebacker, picked him up, reached out in front and knocked it down, and it was Chris Scott who was chasing Steve Grogan. So it's fourth down and 5 at the 30.
They're not going to try to kick the field goal because Franklin is hurt, so the best thing they can do right now is go for it.
And Grogan is the backup kicker. He doesn't want any part of that.
He doesn't want to kick the field goal. Right now, Grogan feels like he can pick up 5 yards under the center as opposed to lining up to kick a field goal.
And if he does it, they turn it over at the 30-yard line.
Good field position.
Fourth down and 5. There's jumping and they're flagged. Grogan goes down at the 40-yard line, but if the Colts were not pulled off, they were offside. Colts offside. Now let's look to see where the ball was marked. Is it a true 5 yards or 5 yards plus? If it's 5 yards plus, then it won't be a first down.
This is the story of the whole game for the Colts. going to be just short of a first down, but it'll be fourth down and less than a yard, where they would have had possession of the ball somewhere up on the 35.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, inches to go. Still forced.
So it's fourth down and inches. And the ball at the 25-yard line. Moses Atupu and Robert Weathers are in the backfield for the Patriots. In this case, I think I'd look for Atupu, number 30. Try and figure the first down.
That is a good guess.
And Atupu leads the blocking, and Robert Weathers is the ball carrier, first down. Dwayne Bickett stopped the play for the Colts. Couple of yards to the 23.
On a short yardage, the lead back is the key blocker. 30 to 2 feet, goes right in there, knocks Tufu, knocks Barry Krause back, and Robert Weathers picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 23. And here's James. Leans to the 18-yard line, gain of 5, second down and 5. George Achika making the tackle for the Colts. Now, we told you we'd have some more scores. Well, here they are. Cincinnati by 10 over Cleveland in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh out in front of Kansas City by 12 in the fourth. Giants 24-16 over the Rams in the fourth. Chicago by 21 out in front of Detroit. Seattle coming from behind. They trail 3-0 early. Tampa Bay shutting out St. Louis. Way to go, Bucks. Green Bay 20, Minnesota 17.
Tampa Bay's the only team without a win in the league.
Craig James. Ridden down at the 14-yard line by Anthony Young. And we have a couple more scores left for you. Buffalo 20 and Houston nothing. I'm really surprised at that. I thought Houston was making a comeback. Philadelphia 17, Atlanta 14.
Houston just couldn't cope with success.
Right now, Craig James has rushed for 98 yards only once prior this season. And the Patriots had a 100-yard game rushing, and that was last week. Craig James, 23 carries, 119 yards rushing in the victory over Miami. He just needs a couple to hit that century mark again. Third down and 1. Here's Robert Weathers. He goes to the 13-yard line. Eugene Daniel is the man who stopped him. The clock continues to move. It is shy of the first down. Without the kicker or the injury, then no, we're going. Here he is. Tony Franklin's coming out, injury and all, to kick.
It got a little closer, so he wanted to go in there to get that 3 points.
You got to kick in pain, is that right?
That's exactly right.
This will be an attempt of 30 yards. Franklin has hit from 41. He is 13 of 16 on the year. And he's got it from 30 yards away. And the New England Patriots add 3 more to their total. It's 34-6. We'll be back for the kickoff. Sam, New England has this victory wrapped up. How do you assess them in the East against the Jets and the Dolphins?
Well, their record in the AFC East is excellent. They have already beaten the Jets, and they beat Miami. So they're right now in the driver's seat. But November is very important if you want to stay home for Christmas in December, and you better not look ahead.
They have Seattle next week in the Kingdome, which is always a tough place to play Seattle. Boy, they are tough at home.
The Raiders say that's their burial ground. They can't win there.
Franklin kicking off, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll do it again. 34-6, the Patriots lead it. The 34 points, the most that the Patriots have scored in a game since last November, and that was in a game against the Colts. Let's go to NFL 85. Bob?
Charlie, it looks like the Saints will lose their 5th in a row, and the Seahawks are rolling Dave Craig to Darrell Turner. 15-yard scoring play for Craig, his 20th TD pass of the year. He leads the NFL in that category, and Seattle leads New Orleans in the 4th, 24-3.
Thank you, Bob. Seattle, a strange ball club this year. They have to do it with turnovers like they did last year, and they started in the game last week. That certainly was the difference in the ball game. But their defense and their special teams have to do it for the Seattle Seahawks if they are to make the playoffs. And they felt in August, in the spring, in the early games, that they were a contending team.
They hit a low spot with David Craig, and I think he's back in gear right now after the win last week against the Raiders, and certainly in their game against the Saints today. The quarterback in the final drive, with all those other things that you talk about in place, the quarterback can't hurt you. And Craig now has just got to make sure he doesn't throw those key interceptions, which is what he was doing when they were losing.
Tony Franklin will be kicking off from the 30-yard line. Albert Bentley is the deep back on the return. Picks it up at the 14-yard line. Bentley to the 30. And returns it to the 34-yard line. Next Sunday, join NBC Sports for an exciting football doubleheader. The early game will feature either the Pittsburgh Steelers as they take on the Houston Oilers, or the Miami Dolphins against the Indianapolis Colts, plus other regional action. Then the second half of the doubleheader will showcase either the Cincinnati Bengals against the LA Raiders or the New England Patriots as they battle the Seattle Seahawks. It all gets underway at 12:30 Eastern Time with NFL 85 and your host Bob Costa. So check your local listings for the games and times in your area. Your team plays here, so kick off with NBC Sports. Gill is in the ball game as a running back for Indianapolis. And Owen struggles back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10. Garen Veras making the tackle, the rookie from Stanford. Owen Gill is a rookie from Iowa and was a high draft choice of the Seattle Seahawks. He was cut from that ball club, picked up on waivers.
Second round draft choice by the Seattle Seahawks.
Second down and 10. And there's the time remaining in the ball game. New England 34 and Indianapolis 6. Kofer, far side, it is incomplete. Too high for Wayne Capers, so it'll be third down and 10. Now let's look forward for the Indianapolis Colts to see who they face in the future. Miami at Kansas City, New England at home, at Chicago, at Tampa Bay, and then Houston at home. So the Colts have a nasty schedule remaining.
And they have to solve the big problem they have right now on that football team, which Rod Hauer has to think about, is the instability at quarterback. 2 weeks in a row, they played two quarterbacks in the game.
Third down. Kofer over the middle, pass is complete to the 50-yard line. It'll be a first down, a gain of 16 yards. Fred Marion making the tackle. And it was Mark Boyer, the rookie tight end from USC, that caught it at the 50-yard line.
Patriots are back in a zone defense. They want to make sure that they don't allow the Colts to get a big play, catch all the passes between both sidelines, and most importantly right now, keep the clock running, and let's get out of here with the win.
Kofer has completed 8 of 12 for 106 yards in the ball game. And here's the draw. Owen Gill has 3 yards to the 47-yard line. It'll be second down and 7. Don Blackman with the tackle. That's now a final. Chicago 24 and Detroit 3. So Chicago just keeps rolling along. 4.5 minutes left to roll along here at Sullivan Stadium. Patriots out in front of the Colts, 34-6.
Did the refrigerator kick 8 field goals in that game?
We didn't have a report. Was there any scoring report in the refrigerator? No, the refrigerator did not score today. But that's right, the house didn't score here. Here's pressure from the outside and the sack. 7th sack in the ball game for the Patriots. Don Blackman got his second. No, excuse me, it's Andre Tippett. For Tippett, that is his 3rd sack. and runs his total to 10 on the year.
Tippett is at the top of your screen, and 84 Mark Boyer has to block him, and there's no way a tight end is going to block Andre Tippett, and he makes the play in the sack on Matt Koffler. Who are those guys? Where are they coming from?
Everywhere. Third down and 15. 3:50 and counting, time remaining. Gill is open, going deep. Pass is complete at the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down to Pat B. Got 16 yards, one to spare for the first down. Here's another final. Seattle 27 and New Orleans 3. Norm Johnson into the scoring with a 26-yard field goal for the Seattle Seahawks. And I mention that because he's had some trouble kicking field goals. He's been hitting the uprights of the crossbar.
Sometimes they bounce and they go in, and sometimes they bounce and they go out. It's an interesting life, a field goal kicker. That's why they do a lot of traveling.
They do. From team to team to team. First down at the Patriots' 40-yard line. And Gill gets the call back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So it'll be second down and 10 as Lester Williams is there to greet him right at the 40-yard line.
As Rod Russ, the defensive coordinator, he was the coach that Ron Meyer wanted to fire, and the next week Ron Meyer got fired, and Rod Russ came back as a defensive coordinator, and of course Raymond Berry made the right decision. He's a very fine coach and has done an outstanding job with his defense.
Second and 10, 40-yard line. Clock chasing after that 2-minute mark. Pass is incomplete. Pat beats the tight end, the intended receiver, and that will stop the clock with 2:16. We have another final in. Tampa Bay, they've done it. Way to go, Buccaneers. They defeat St. Louis 60-0. St. Louis, boy, they have fallen on to bad times recently,
inconsistent after they beat Dallas on Monday night.
And after many say that Rod Dyer left.
That's exactly right. I thought they would be a tremendous factor in the NFC East after the strong finish that they had last year into the playoffs.
Third and 10 at the 40-yard line. Koffler throws, comeback pattern pass is complete. Wayne capers, and it'll be a first down at the 27-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play, maybe 12. And the clock moves to the 2-minute mark. So we've got the 2-minute timeout. We'll be back in a moment. This is Charlie Jones, Sam Ratigliano, and very somber on the Colt bench.
I've been on that sideline looking at some of those somber faces and had the same feeling myself. I guess the only thing you think about right now is, boy, I hope they have a good meal on the way back on the plane. Because we certainly got our lunch eaten out here today.
That's right. At the New England 27-yard line, Colts have the ball first down, trailing 34-6. Defense played well for Indianapolis, but as you pointed out a couple of times, I think very truly, and that they were on the field too long. The offense just gave the ball up in turnovers. The defense had to be there too. They had to spend too much time on the field.
Well, while they were in a ball game, I thought they matched up pretty well, but they just remained on the field too long. It's going to be interesting to see what Rod does next week in terms of his quarterback situation.
Here's another final. Green Bay over Minnesota by 10. First down. Gopher to the 15, still going to the 10. Lester Williams was there at the 5-yard line where he went out to stop the clock with 1:49 to go. It'll be first down and goal to go. 22 yards on the play.
That's probably their longest run from the line of scrimmage all day long. What they did was, this was a design play. Watch him. He's going to the outside, and there's the block on Tippett, so they get outside to see. He's working only half the field right now. He doesn't see anybody open, so now he's going to run. He's going to juke to the right. Now, oops, I got past that guy. Now get to the outside. Gets a good block by Oliver Williams, and 72 Lester Williams had to make the play.
Fred Marion was also there. Fred's been everywhere today. An interception, fumble return, and on several key tackles. Here's Wansley to the 1-yard line. It'll be second down and goal to go. Claiborne saves it. Still a lot of time on the clock.
This is what they needed to be doing all day, except the situation doesn't fit it. 34 Wansley. Watch him turn up inside. Good center of gravity. Strong, but it's a nice job right there by the Patriot defense with Raymond Claiborne right on top of the pile.
Wansley showing motion. Here is Gill, and does not go in. Owen Gill gets the call. There is no signal.
They gave it to him.
There it is. They got it. So Owen Gill has the touchdown.
Wansley is in front of the plate. Gill puts his head down, and the ball crosses the plane, as we see plainly right there, and the Colts are on the board.
34-12 with the extra point to come, and we have 56 seconds left to go in the game here. Allegre will be attempting the extra point, and Ron Stark is the holder. Flags are down on the play. The extra point went through the upright, but there are flags on the play.
On the defense, the point is good. 5 yards on the kickoff.
So it's 34-13. We'll be back to the kickoff. 56 seconds left to go here at Sullivan Stadium. The New England Patriots 34, the Indianapolis Colts 13. And they're in the dapper gentleman in the hat, shaking hands with everybody. That's Billy Sullivan, the president of the Patriots. He
likes to shake hands because he's walked out at times where there were other things happening besides shaking hands. He was dodging bullets and rolling his wagon. So it's a nice, sweet thing to be able to go down there and take advantage of the situation.
It'll be 5 in a row for New England. Fryer takes it back in the end zone, and he'll down it in the end zone, and will bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. They're going to rule a safety. They're going to say that he caught it at the 2-yard line and took it into the end zone. It wasn't the momentum of the kick that did it. Let's take a look at the replay.
Watch where he catches the ball, and you have to decide now whether he or the ball took him in, and it's very clear that he took himself to the inside, and now the Colts have 14 points and the ball. That's better than an onside kick.
The safety will make it 34-15, and the Patriots will be kicking now. They'll be punting from the 20-yard line. It's kind of a strange turn of events.
Have you ever seen an onside kick? Now on the punt, they can do that.
That's right, in any free kick situation.
Right.
But leading in the ball game like they are, 34-15, there'll be no need for it.
No, that's exactly right. I turned the field around.
That's right. I just turned it back.
That's why they have erasers on pencils.
Rich Camarillo will be punting. And Robbie Martin is dropping back as the returner. And we have 55 seconds. That is the time remaining. There's Robbie Martin. He made a bad decision on a punt return in the end zone, was then replaced by Albert Bentley, and in addition is bothered by that bad right elbow that he's had the problems with and has had to have some surgery on.
He's been in and out of the hospital for the last 2 weeks, all during the practice situation.
Here we go with a free kick. Taken at the 29-yard line by Robbie Martin. Martin to the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. And Mosi Tatupu, the